So you always find that Sasquatch is always hungry in your game and you don't know what to do. You are tired of going to the campground and searching for bits and pieces of food that you have to eat a lot of them in order to keep Sasquatch satisfied. Well, fear not everybody, because in today's video I'm gonna show you what to do in order to have a lot of food in your backpack, and not only a lot of food but the best food there is in the game. The food that once you eat one piece of it is gonna keep you satisfied for a full day. Alright, and with that being said guys, thank you for joining on yet another guide here on how to steal food from the port in Sneaky Sasquatch. Now, in order to get this guide going, you will need a couple of things. First of all, you will need some energy drinks, and the reason you need this is because you need to drink at least one of them in order to not fall asleep before you reach back home once you start stealing the food from the port. Next up, you are gonna need to get yourself the spy outfit from the Fox's Den. The reason you need this is because you gotta be a little bit stealthy. I'm gonna show you a little later on that you can also do it without the outfit, but having the outfit is definitely gonna help you being stealthy and not get caught. Next up, you're also gonna need to work at the port. More specifically, you will definitely need to be the assistant manager. And the reason you need to do this is because you wanna interact with the cameras at the port. You are gonna have to move away some cameras so that you make your life easier while you're stealing the crates from the port. And after this one, I'm gonna show you guys another guy that's gonna work even if you are not the assistant manager yet. So once you got all these things done, make sure you go at the port at around 9 p.m. The reason you want to go there at 9 p.m. is because this only works during the nighttime, and you gotta get there by 9:10 p.m. because that's when the shift schedule ends, and now you're not gonna be kicked out of the port anymore. So once you get to the port, go inside the port offices and go to the security cameras. Try to talk to the dude that's controlling the cameras. Make sure you are the assistant to the manager if you want him to actually allow you to control the cameras. Once you do that, jump into camera 1, 3, and 6 and modify them as you see in the video right now. The reason you want to do it is because you don't want the cameras to see you as you're making your way inside warehouse A. Start running past the guard. It's going to give you 5 seconds to get out of the place. Simply go through the manhole. Do not worry if the cameras are going to see you. Once you're down in the manhole, go all the way up and go up to the secret warehouse 1. This is actually going to allow you to go inside the secret warehouse 1 area. You don't really have to do any business here because just by going down below past those wooden piles, you are going to be able to open up the gate, get outside the secret warehouse 1. Again, maybe you want to go inside the resting room to get yourself some more energy drinks, which I always do in case I need to make sure I'm not going to fall asleep. Next up, jump into one of the forklifts, drive it all the way to warehouse A. Just make sure you go around the area where camera at the warehouse A is filming, just so that you do not get spotted. Jump off the forklift and go inside the warehouse A. Push the green button to open up the door for the forklift and simply drive the forklift inside and get yourself two of the crates. One of the beef jerkies and one of the burgers. Now, it's not 100% clear that you are gonna get these 2 crates every single night inside the warehouse A. Sometimes you might not get him at all. Sometimes you might just get one of those boxes. So make sure you grab the beef jerky or the burgers, whichever it will spawn in, and head on outside with the forklift. But before you start driving away all the way in front of the port, make sure you actually stop for a second before the guard's gonna see you. Go to the left side where there's that electricity panel, open it up, pull down the lever just so that you turn off the light, and this way the guard is gonna come up and try to turn it back on. This is where you're gonna have to go and jump back into your forklift and drive it past that stage a little bit closer to the actual exit of the port. And after you do that, jump off the forklift again, and before you go inside the guard's office, make sure you actually put on the spy outfit and the spy shoes, because those shoes are going to be very, very silent. Now, sneakily go inside that little cabin. In my case, I'm playing on a controller, so I'm holding on to square on the PlayStation and walk very sneakily to that button. The guard is going to kind of hear a little bit of the doorway opening and closing up, but don't worry about it. As long as you're being sneaky, he's not going to wake up. Push the button to open it up and get outside. Again, make sure you're walking very sneakily. Go inside your forklift and simply drive off. Now, although you've already done all this part, make sure, as I was saying, that you do have some energy drinks or coffees on you, because it is going to be quite a long way to get from the port to your house in order to open up the boxes. So along the way, you can actually stop by the diner or by the shopping strip just so that you get a little bit more energy and not faint. And after that's done, simply keep on driving back home, park in front of the building duct, and he's gonna open up the crate for you. And the crazy thing about it is that if you do manage to get yourself a box of beef jerky and a box of burgers, you're actually gonna get yourself 40 pieces of food. And the greatest thing about these ones is that you only have to eat one so that it almost fills you up 100%. And that's definitely gonna last you for a full day. But Stantin, what do I do if I'm not the assistant manager and I cannot control the cameras? Don't worry, there is a way to do it like that as well. It is gonna take a little bit more work and you are gonna have to be very fast so you do not get caught. But in order to do this one without being the assistant manager, just get to the port, start running past the guard. It's gonna give you 5 seconds to get out of the place. Simply go through the manhole. Do not worry if the cameras are gonna see you. Once you're down in the manhole, go all the way up and go up to the secret warehouse 1. This is actually gonna allow you to go inside the secret warehouse 1 area. You don't really have to do any business here because just by going down below past those wooden piles, you are going to be able to open up the gate, get outside the secret warehouse 1. Again, maybe you want to go inside the resting room to get yourself some more energy drinks, which I always do in case I need to make sure I'm not going to fall asleep, and simply jump on the first forklift you're going to see next to the building and drive that one to warehouse A. Now, this is where you're gonna have to be attention because first thing is first, you are gonna have to make sure you activate the night vision goggles so that you can actually see what the camera is seeing and try to avoid the rays so you do not get spotted. Once you do that, make sure you drive your forklift in between warehouse A and warehouse B, jump off of it, and do make sure you have the fast running shoes on. And the reason you need this is because you gotta run inside warehouse 1 through the door as fast as possible before the camera even gets a chance to actually activate the alarm. Once you do that, simply press the button to open up the big gate for the forklift and don't go outside just yet. Wait for the camera's alert system to go off before you keep on going outside again. And once that is done, run outside as fast as possible, jump on the forklift, and simply drive the forklift inside the warehouse. You should be able to go inside before the camera managed to activate the alarm. With that done, grab yourself the boxes that you need out of the warehouse and simply drive off the forklift the same way you went in, making sure that the vision of the camera is not gonna spot you. And from here on out, you gotta do the same thing you did the first time, right? Just park the forklift before you go in front of the guard, protecting the area. Make sure you turn off the light so that he goes over and checks it. Once that's done, drive the forklift a little bit closer to the exit, then go inside the security guard's office, open up the gate, and simply go out. And you got yourself some more food, of course, without even having to be the assistant to the manager. Now, what if you're not the assistant to the manager and you also do not have enough money to buy the spy outfit? Well, there's a way to do it like this as well, of course. Simply, once again, do the same steps that we did the previous guide by simply going inside the warehouse A with the camera spotting you. Make sure as fast as possible, grab the boxes, take those boxes all the way to the exit of the port. And of course, the final step is to actually go inside the security guard's office and opening up the door. But this time you don't really have the spy outfit. Well, it actually works even if you don't have those very silent shoes. All you gotta do is make sure you're very slow approaching the button before you press it. Make sure you wait a few seconds if the door slams open and makes a lot of noise, because the guard might actually also hear you if you're simply making steps towards the button. But it is doable, as you can see in the video, guys. It did work quite a couple of times on my end. I had no issues, and I opened up the gate, I jump on my forklift, and I just head on out with a lot of food on my crates. Right, and this is how I always have a ton of food in my backpack. I never need any more food. All I do is go to the port, grab those crates every 3 days, because after you do one of these robberies, the port is going to be closed, of course, for 3 days. And the great thing about it is that you can also take all of this food, put it in the trash, and then sell it to the trash bear if you're interested in getting some money. Right, thank you all very much for watching another guide to Sneaky Sasquatch. If you enjoyed this, you know what you gotta do, guys. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye!